Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm here with Stephen, and in the last video I was struggling to get the crankshaft pulley off. Stephen's come up with the idea that we can use a strap tied to the stand and the pulley to see if we can get it off. If not, I've ordered this, which is a 44mm socket, and I'm thinking I can cut the top of it off, weld some sort of bracket up, and then my 27mm will go through the middle of it. So we'll see if Stephen's idea works. If not, we'll make a bracket. So this is Stephen's idea. Obviously we want to use a ratchet strap instead, but this will just help us find out if it's going to work or not. In theory, the pulley should only spin a certain amount and then it'll work, but we might just snap the pulley or whatever. And now I've said that, this kind of actually feels quite dangerous, that we shouldn't be doing it this way. Fuck it.
So you want me to find out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it's all up. Try it. That's scary. Oh, the engine's turning! No, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying.
Yes.
Put it on high, we'll have to use this bar, mate. We'll be safer. Further distance. Put it on the next cog, if I say it's like that angle, and we'll just fucking hang on this bar. Hope for the fucking best.
Pulling your energy.
Just watch that stand.
Oh. See, I reckon with an actual ratchet, it might work.
Well, I don't know, yeah, we've stretched that pretty far, that right. It's not going to work that way.
That's what I said, you need a ratchet, not...
If I let this up, if I take the pole up, the bar's going to go bing!
We're about to find out.
Stephen's plan didn't work, as you saw. The ratchet strap, well, it's not even a ratchet strap, but the strap was just stretching, and it was just going to be a bit dodge.
The strap was shit. The strap was shit. It wasn't my plan, it was the strap.
Fair point. So what the plan is, we've got 44mm here, 27mm on the inside. Put this 44mm socket on, chop it down. I've already tested that the 27 will go through this one, so my plan is chop it down, weld a bracket onto it, and hopefully that will lock the crankshaft a bit more efficiently. That socket lasted long.
That'd be quite a weapon now, if you stuck that on a socket, if you had them big enough, on a wrench bar.
Like that?
Yeah.
That would be actually. Should we make like a zombie fucking machine? How cool the pattern looks as well. I have to cut that pretty close, like you couldn't cut that any closer to the end of the socket. Well, maybe a bit, because I don't know if the 27 will go through that. Is the 27 on the engine? No, it's on the rat breaker bar.
Yeah, we're
trying to see if you can put it through that.
Not quite. A little bit too big. What have you just done with that?
Nah, I norm it.
How?
I lost it. There we go.
Why did you even put it over there?
God told me to, and sometimes you just got to obey.
Do you think God exists?
Yeah, he does. You're looking at him. Called me on Costa BMX. Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
What?
That bit of styrofoam.
Yeah?
You're just fucking covering that with sparks.
Is it on fire?
No, because I put my fucking foot in the way.
Oh,
now my foot's warm.
Don't you worry, mate. This, that's soundproofing for... No, not soundproofing. That's insulation for a house. Fully fireproof.
I wouldn't trust it.
Right, I think I made it a bit bigger.
Not big enough. Drill bit would be easier.
Would it? It's definitely made it bigger. I think just stick with this.
You've rounded it off.
Yeah, I think I want to stick with it, because eventually that will bring those edges in.
Yeah.
Try to do a bit more.
Why?
Just to be safe, because you just got the socket stuck in it. Look. No, I think that'll be alright. To cut the sacred donut, as Stephen just said, what the plan is to put that on like that. Weld a metal bar, goes onto here, and then my socket will go through the centre. We're going to do that now. I say that a lot. I talk a lot of shit in these videos as well, don't I, Stephen?
You do it your whole life.
Thank you, that got deep and very personal. I'll try not to cry too much. So I apologise for filming this bit on my phone, but I haven't got my GoPro on me today. It's like 8 in the morning. I thought I'd come do some bits before work. Let me just show you what I'm doing. I've remarked out the plate so that we've got support on the top and the bottom. Before, it was just support on the top, and I don't think that's going to work as well. Right, it's there actually, it was just this shape, whereas I've got it coming up this bit now as well. But yeah, I'm not going to film that because it takes up so much storage on my phone. What I'm doing is I'm going to quickly cut it out, and then afterwards I'll show you the cut out bit, or it might be later on when I'm back with the GoPro. So what I've done is I've cut this out of the bracket, and then I've done this to the back of the socket, and then what that means is that goes on like that, and then there's slots on there, and then from underneath it's going to stop it from twisting. Obviously it's a bit loose at the moment, but that was just a quick cut. I'm going to go get my MOT done, and I'll check back in later on. So I'm back working on the car. I'm just about to do the welding of that bracket. Ignore my eye, I've got some sort of like sty in it or something. It's all like keeps getting watery and whatnot, so yeah, just ignore that. I'm currently just going to do some welding. I forgot my tripod because it's over at the van from where I've been fixing that for the MOT. Oh, come on, that was actually beautiful. Wow. That is what I've just done. Now, look at that. If I was able to put footage of my old welds, like, wow. That is like something you'd actually see on like a handrail, or... I'm impressed with that. I think I might be on my way to becoming a better welder. But yeah, I'm gonna carry on with that. Pretty chuffed with that. It's only like 2 centimetres though, so I've got another 18 centimetres to go. So I've still got an opportunity to mess it up, but I'm happy with that. And for those who have been following my videos, I think you guys will be too. You'll be proud of that. Look at that. Come on. That is impressive. That is definitely the cleanest weld I've ever done. I've done it all the way around. I'm happy with that. Like, I just love just teaching myself a new skill. At first, I'm really bad at it, but I'm such an obsessive person that I just have to keep going until I get good. And yeah, I would say that's welding. I'm really happy with that. It's got the layers of the dimes. Once I've got my hammer thingy, I'll whack all that slag off and see how it looks, but come on. That's really good. Well happy. Now it's time to make the other bit of it. We'll see if this actually fits on the engine. Yeah, I'm going to weld that bit around the back quickly. So apparently I didn't record any of that, but this is what I've just done on the back. It's not as pretty as the front, but it's going to work. What I'm going to do is whack my glove on and go throw this in the puddle. Bubbling it all the way. It's too hot to pick up, I'm just going to have to leave it there. Okay, that bit's fine. Right, that's cooled down. I just burnt my finger and it's the same thumb that I stabbed. I stabbed it yesterday in the van. I was really sore. Got a dodgy thumb, bad eye. I'm falling apart, mate. My life's turning into a mess right now. But yeah, now I've done that, you can see what I'm trying to do with it. I'll wait for it to cool a little bit longer and I'll whack it on the engine and try and work out how we're going to do the plate coming off of these three that goes out. We'll see what happens. So the bit we've just made is going to go on my crank like that, and then once it's on there it will sit like that. What I need to do now is do it so this plate will slide through this gap and bolt to the engine like so. because I haven't got my tripod, I'm just going to do that quickly and I'll check back in once this bit of metal is a bit thinner. So I've just cut this bit down. That will slide on there like that, obviously once that bolt's gone. And yeah, I think it'll come to there. I'll put the other one on, quickly line them up, see where I need to cut. Something like that. That's the line I've come up with. I'm going to cut that and then I'm going to do some sort of like finger joint for the two plates, so that as the metal rotates, or as the crank rotates, it puts pressure on the other bit rather than just a straight joint. I don't know if it will be as easy as woodwork, but we'll give it a go. And that is what we got. It's not perfect. I went a bit off at the bottom, but oh well. And now what I'm going to do is draw some squares so that I can do like a finger joint in them. So that'll then sit like that, obviously at 90 degrees. Let's chop those out and see if that works. The cutting's not perfect because I realised I didn't need to set it far that much. I only needed to set it 5mm back, the thickness of the plate, but I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking that there'd be straight joints like so, but they're not. But either way, that fits in there. I'll be able to weld that up, and we're on our way to making a bracket. I do think it's pretty cool that instead of buying these parts, or even this bracket was quite hard to find one online, it's quite cool that I just get the materials, weld it together myself, and the lesson is at the end of the day, it's £140 for the welder online. It would have cost me £100 for the first bracket, probably about 90 quid for this. It's easier just to make your own. It doesn't look pretty, but it does the job. Well, no, they are starting to look pretty now. I'm getting good at welding. This is what we've made. So we've got that on there holding the crank, this plate going around the back, so this fits in between that so it doesn't go up and down, but I might also drill through there. This is the welding I've done. No, that's the joint I've done. Obviously it's not perfect there because, like I said, I didn't make it 5mm. I made it the thickness of the joint. My error, but that won't be the end of the weld. These bits butt up nicely so I can weld down there, and that's what I got to do. So now that I've put a few welds on there, I'm going to move it outside just so I don't set the garage on fire. But yeah, this is looking good. That's already pretty solid. Wait for that to cool down. Let's see if this will hold for a start. Okay, it's not moving. Putting a lot of stress on my fucking engine bracket though. Let's get a wide angle of this in case it all falls off and breaks. We did it! We did it! I love it when my fabrications work. Oh, look at that! Get in. I'm well happy with that. I'm going to say it again, I say it all the time. You want stuff like this? Buy a welder off Amazon, 140 quid. It was called an arc welder, as in ARC, that was the brand I think. No, static arc. The brand's called static arc. Get yourself a welder, get yourself some gloves and a mask and a fire extinguisher. And yeah, teach yourself to weld because it's helped me out so many times. Now I've got to work out how to do that. All my tools are at mine from doing the van, so all I wanted to do was get that off. So I've done that. When I come back, probably tomorrow, I'll worry about taking that bit off, splitting the head off and getting the crankshaft out. But that is good news. I remembered I bought a chisel from Screwfix before I came here, So I'm going to see if I can use this. I know it's not a proper way, but this is me. I wing it. I've got it wiggling, but that's not off, is it? After this, I'm definitely investing in all the right tools. It's coming off. It's off. Good news. Oh, I even brought gloves with me. Why didn't I put them on? Look, I'm such an idiot. I brought gloves and my hands are filthy. Put that to the side. Pop the bolt back in it. And now I can get to these when I spin it upside down. I've got to take the head off. You've already seen me take the head off. So, yeah, I'm just going to do that nice and quick. And then we'll cut back once the head's off. It's upside down. And I'm taking the crank bearings out to remove the crank. So we're back. I've stripped the engine. I've put it back the right way so I can now take the crank out. The pulley's off so that I can now lift this all out, take this cover off. What I'm going to do, these have a little cover on the end. I'm just going to whip that off for you and then I can get the crank out the top. I've also managed to get hold of all the torque settings for the crank, the bolts, the com rods, so that I don't have to worry taking it apart and I can get some new bolts in there. Jesus, that was tight. Just so I can see how it goes back together, we got this one like this, and it's got the one over there. This one's then got a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually numbering them opposite, but as long as I remember that this one's a number 1 and all the numbers are the other side, but where the engine stands there, it's quite hard. Oh, you can see that oil channel's blocked, just like I thought it would be. Look at that, all that metal in there. We've got to clear this out. So that is probably what burnt out that one. So you got all that metal clogging up that oil drain there. So that's going to be why piston 1 burnt out. So we're going to get that out, get it all cleaned. That one's out, okay. Oh, I've got to be so gentle but so tough at the same time. Oh, there we go. That one's out. That one's out. Right, they're off. And I think I got to remember number 4 has a special bit. Give a light. If we look down there, it's got like a little bit next to it, whatever that is. And it's a slightly different cap, so I think that's the one that stops it from going left to right. But we'll have to have a look. Bearing caps are off. Time to lift this out. Nice and easy. Oh, just like that. That one ended up on the floor. Now the crank's out, we've literally just got these bearings in there. Got a tiny bit of rubber in there, bit of gasket I'll pick out. In the last clip I'd pulled the crankshaft out, I'd removed all the bearing caps. The only thing I've got to remove now is the oil pump, and there's a crankshaft sensor in there. So that's what I'm going to do now. Excuse the dressing down, it's extremely cold, so I've just got my dressing gown on, because why not? And ignore my eye, I've got I don't know what it's called, is it conjunctivitis? I've got that in my eye, I think, so I've been having eye drops. It's getting better, but it's quite manky. But yeah. Oh, that's scary. They don't seem like they want to budge. That's really scary. I want to get that out. That worked. Come on. Who would have thought builder's tools would be useful? Oh, maybe not. Fuck. Spoke too soon. I definitely spoke too soon. Fuck. Come on, you're out. We're putting new ones of you in. Oh, that was a mini heart attack. Come on, fourth one. Yeah, you filthy animal. Oh, let's get some more of those bolts. 1, 2, 3. I've lost the fourth one. Oh no, it's in there still, that's why. I'm very glad I've been able to take that off. Now I've just got to work out how the rest of it comes off. Oh, easy. Can come out. The only thing left to take off on the engine block is this sensor here. This is my crank sensor. So I'll quickly whip that off and then the engine is stripped. Well, I thought it was my crankshaft sensor. I have no idea what that is actually. So that is the block completely stripped down. Usually I do this bit on camera, but because of my eye, I don't really want to put myself on camera. But I hope you've enjoyed that, the complete strip down of this engine. Everything's out now. The next video will be me cleaning this up and putting it back together. I'm going to go and order some parts now. But yeah, the video ends there. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. And make sure to subscribe.